So, coming to you by popular demand, and by popular demand I mean like 20 people voting in a Twitter poll. Here is the story of that time I dropped out of sixth form. Ha, lol, bounce. Also, again, sorry for Eugene in the background, she's a loud hammy. Yeah, great. So, the story starts when, like, year 11, no, like year 10, when my favourite teacher's like, oh boy, I'm gonna be leaving, and I'm like, ah shit, well that's not too great. So she was like, as a joke, oh, you should move to my new school. And I was like, well, I'm gonna be taking, really huge, I'm gonna be taking like geography for A-level, so might as well be taught by you, bounce. So then I moved schools, for sixth form that is. And let's put it this way, I went to a school that was very close to me, and it wasn't like a nice school. It wasn't a bad school by any shot, but it wasn't like a I'm going to send my kids here, woo, kind of school. And like it was just filled with everyone from every background you could possibly imagine. And if you name a certain kind of person, you can guarantee that that school has it. And I really like that. I really like the diversity of it, and I really like the fact that no one is the same there. There's not like one person that I can say, yeah, they fit the mould of this kind of person. So I moved to a private school, which was kind of one end of the spectrum to the other. And as you may be able to tell, I like to be a bit out of the box. Like, this isn't out of the box, but like the hair, the brows, the nose piercings, and just me in general is a bit not conservative to, oh yeah, and the stretchers. It's a bit not conservative, which the school definitely was. I will insert a picture of me in my uniform on my first day here. Well, yes. I sent it to my friends when I first tried my uniform on with "Welcome to the Nunnery," because banter. So that happened, and then it was a big culture shock. Like, I went from kind of one end of the social spectrum to the opposite end, and wasn't ready for it, I don't think. Like, everyone there was really nice, but it just a lot different to what I'm used to. I'm used to going out with friends and being like, okay, well, we're not going to split the bill because, I mean, that works out dearer for some people, so you can just pay for yourself. To, like, I don't know, people being like, oh, well, my mom didn't clean my horses for me, so I'm annoyed with her, kind of thing. And it was a very strange thing for me. I'm like, oh, I mean, you have horses, so what? Yeah, so that was strange. And so I went to the school, and it was very different to what I was used to, and whatnot. And I took classics, so classic history, psychology, and geography, and all the subjects were great. But I'll do like a story time about part of my psychology lessons because I just no, sorry, I'm rambling. But that happened, and I started, and it was lovely, and everyone's really nice. I was enjoying my subjects, like nothing was really going wrong. And then one day, me and my dad were in the car on the way to school, in the car on the way to school, and I was just like, I'm about to have a fat mental breakdown. Shit. And so I had my fat mental breakdown. I sat sobbing in the car for like a good 20 minutes. And, like, I didn't like, realise it, but my god, I was so unhappy there. Like, I'd been there for like a month-ish, about a month. And so I started in September, and then this was maybe like October, first or second week of October. And so I had my fat mental breakdown. I was like, I'm not happy here. I'm not doing music. And I was like, I'm gonna drop out. I'm gonna drop out of sixth form, Dad. And he was like, Maisie, you do what you need to do. And I was like, thank you, Dad. And so that happened. And then, so I sat and I like thought about it for like a day. And I was like, yeah, this isn't the right place for me. So within a day, I went from having my fat mental breakdown with my dad in the car. Oh no, sorry, let's do it over the course of like 3 days. I went from being happy to having my fat mental breakdown to going to my mum and dad and be like, look, I'm going to be leaving the thing. Hope that's alright, thanks, love you both. And so I went to my geography teacher and she is like one of my favourite people, not even one of my favourite, like literally my favourite person in the world. And I was like, look, I'm really sorry, but I think I'm gonna leave. And she was like, you know what, I've been kind of expecting it because it's not right for you here. And I was like, thank you, I love you. And so then, this was like on day 2, day after the fat mental breakdown. Day 3, which was the Thursday, and my mum called up like the city college in my city, and she was like, look, I know we're a bit late, but is there any room on your music course for my daughter because she wants to drop out of sixth form? And I was like, yeah, bounce. So they're like, yeah, but you need to get the form in today, otherwise you're probably not going to get on the course. And I was like, ah, shit, that's not great. And so I was like, I went to my geography teacher and I was like, look, can I use your printer to like print out my application for... No, that wasn't what happened. Sue me, I lied there. I was like, well, I need to get the form in today. And she was like, well, I've just almost finished on the computer, so you can go on and print the sheet out in a minute if you want. And I was like, no, it's okay, I don't want to use your precious ink because ink is expensive. Especially coloured ink, my god. But yeah, so that happened and I was like, thank you for that. And she helped me fill it out and she helped me fill out my forms to move, and thank you for that. Love you lots. And so then I took my forms up on the Thursday, dropped them into the reception. I got a phone call on the Friday at lunchtime where they were like, well, we're sorry we couldn't see you today. Like, my god, it's literally the day after. It's fine, trust me. They're like, but you've got an interview Monday. I was like, okay, I've got my interview Monday. So I went to my interview on Monday. I took the morning off school because I was like, well, there's no point going in if I'm going to be leaving anyway, bounce. And went to the interview and they were like, well, it's risky putting you on the level 3 course because you're not very musically gifted. Not literally that, but like I'm not very musically gifted, so for times. And so then they were like, well, here's your timetable. Well, there's not really much of a timetable, it's just you need to be in this room for half the day, this room for the other half, and then 2 days are half days anyway, so it's fine. They're like, well, here's your timetable. You start tomorrow. And I was like, shit. Because I was expecting them to be like, okay, you start after the October half term, great, fine. No, I started the day afterwards. So, within a week, well, I went from Tuesday, fat mental breakdown. No, Monday, fine. Tuesday, fat mental breakdown. Wednesday, tell my geography teacher. Thursday, print the forms out, get them in. Friday, here's your interview time. Monday, here's your interview. Tuesday, start. So, on the Monday, I went, like, back to my school in the afternoon, and I went to, like, my psychology teacher, who was, well, one of my psychology teachers, who's also, like, my kind of head of year. And I was like, well, you know, I was telling you last week about that I had an interview today, and she was like, yeah. And I was like, yeah, they told me I start tomorrow. And she was like, oh, I'm very happy for you. And she gave me, like, a mum pep talk, and I was like, thank you, miss, love you. Sorry, I really love my teachers, they're all great. And then I went to, like, see the friends I had made, which were, like, 2 friends, because good times. And I was like, look, I'm leaving today, starting tomorrow, love you lots, speak to you soon. And then I went round to see all my teachers, and that was fun. And my classics teacher was like, well, you best come in before Christmas to say goodbye, or like to tell me how it's like going and stuff. And I was like, okay, I will. So I went in to see her today, and she's lovely, and she wants me to come in on a Friday to the lessons, because one of my classmates is baking cakes for Duke of Edinburgh, and I'm like, well, I want to be in on the cake eating, because cake. And yeah, now I do music at college, hence Violet and more music stuff. Yeah. So that's my story time of me being a sixth form dropout. Now I go to college for a total of 2 days a week, and then I do nothing. Why don't I upload more? I should upload more. Okay, so I've rambled for, if my timing on my mic's right, which is literally just my voice memos on my phone, I've been rambling for like about 11.5 minutes, so I'm gonna let you all go now. Have a banterous, great evening. Sorry, I've been working for like 2 hours on an essay and I'm losing my mind. It's fine. Right. Right. I will speak to you all in 2 days, because I'm doing this every 2 days, because every day is too much for a simpleton like myself. Love you all lots. No, I don't know most of you. I appreciate you all lots. Have a good evening, good day, good life.